Hello and welcome to the Book Smoke. I'm Lee. If my background looks a bit different, it's because I've moved bedrooms, like literally today. So yeah, that's the first thing. I'm calling this my birthday-ish book haul because you will have seen a few of these already. Um, but I'm just going to get on with it and show you some books. I have some that I'll sent for review, and like I said, some that were sent to me for my birthday. So first book I have you will have already seen, and this is The Well by Catherine Chanter. This was sent to me for review by Canongate. And it's about a woman who is sent to this house, family house, to I'm not sure. It says when Ruth Ardingly and her family first drive up from London in their grime-encrusted car and view the well, they are enchanted by a jewel of a place, a farm that appears to offer everything the family are searching for, an opportunity for Ruth, an escape for Mark, a home for their grandson Lucian. But the well's unique glory comes at a terrible price. The locals suspect foul play in its verdant fields and drooping fruit trees, and Ruth becomes increasingly isolated as she struggles to explain why her land flourishes while her neighbours' produce withers and dies. Fearful of envious locals and suspicious of those who seem to be offering help, Ruth is less than sure who she can trust. As the well envelops them, Ruth's paradise becomes a prison, Mark's dream a recurring nightmare, and Lucian's playground a grave. Sometimes the very thing you wish for is the worst thing that can happen. So, I just thought that sounded really interesting. I love this cover. It's gorgeous, and I don't know if you can see, but it's like sparkly silver bits, and it's just beautiful. Okay, next book I have to show you. You have already seen this as well. This was a birthday present from my friend Erin, and her channel here on YouTube is Ras Queen. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box. But she sent me The Fire Sermon by Francesca Haig. And on the back it says, when Zach and I were born, our parents must have counted and recounted. Limbs, fingers, toes, the complete set. They would have been disbelieving. Nobody dodged the split between Alpha and Omega. Nobody. So yes, this is like a dystopian type thing, and it just sounds really interesting, and I'm glad, very happy that Erin sent it to me, so thank you, Erin. The next book I have was also a birthday gift, and you've seen this already. And this was sent to me from Ryan Reads Books, and I'll leave a link to his channel below as well. And he sent me Amity by Mikkel Ostal. First of all, I love this cover, it's gorgeous. And yeah, and underneath the dust jacket is really pretty as well. It's red and black. Awesome. And this is based on a true-ish crime story about a house that, like, people believe the house bleeds or the house murders people. You can see on the roof of the house there's blood coming down. So yeah, thank you to Ryan for sending in this to me as well. Like I said, links to his and Erin's channels will be in the description box. And then I have 4 books that were sent to me for review, and these were sent to me from Canongate. And the first one I have is The First Bad Man by Miranda July. And it says, oh actually, yeah, that's the thing about this, it doesn't have a synopsis actually. I forgot to show you the press release. But let's just read, look at the inside pages. Awesome. I'll read a quote from Dave Eggers. It says, Cheryl Glickman, Miranda July's heroine in this unforgettable novel, is one of the most original, most confounding and strangely sympathetic characters in recent fiction. She narrates this very intimate epic of a story that starts in a place of brittle, quirky loneliness and progresses into a profoundly moving story of non-traditional love and commitment. This novel is almost impossible to put down and confirms July as a novelist of the first order. So I thought it sounded really interesting, and I love the inside pages. It's the same on that side as well. And yeah, I just think this looks really good. So that's that one. The next book Canongate sent me is the Guantanamo Diary, and I'm going to butcher this name, but it's by Mohamedou Ould Slahi. And I'll just read you what it says on the back. Mohamedou Ould Slahi was imprisoned in Guantanamo Bay in 2002 for a crime he never committed. He is still there. This is his extraordinary story. And a quote on the back says, a harrowing account of Mohammed al-Slahi's detention, interrogation and abuse. One of the most stubborn, deliberate and cruel Guantanamo interrogations on record. I think that sounded so interesting because he's gone through all this crap and he hasn't actually committed the crime he's in Guantanamo Bay for. So I really want to find out. And I just noticed as I was looking through, there's bits where bits have been purposely crossed out and blacked out. I think that's because there's certain things that he wouldn't be able to say, or certain things you wouldn't be able to know. I like the fact that they left that in. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one actually. Next book I was sent from Canongate is Trying Not to Try, or The Art of Effortlessness and the Power of Spontaneity by Edward Slingerland. It says, why is it hard to fall asleep the night before an important meeting? Or be charming and relaxed on a first date? What is it about a comedian whose jokes fall flat or an athlete who chokes? What if, contrary to what we have long been told, spontaneity, not striving, is the answer to success? Through stories of mythical creatures and drunken cart riders, jazz musicians and Japanese motorcycle gangs, Slingerland effortlessly blends Eastern thought and cutting-edge science to show us how we can embody a spontaneous way of being and live more fulfilling lives. So I just thought that sounded really interesting, and to be fair, the text is quite big, quite small, but I think it sounds really good and it's just something that I think will be interesting. And the last book of this haul was also sent to me from Canongate, and it's In Real Life by Chris Killen. Now, one of the main reasons I got this... Oh, it has French flaps. One of the main reasons I got this book is because at the top it says, very funny, Matt Haig. And if you follow my channel for a while, you'll know that I absolutely adore Matt Haig. He is my favourite author. So I thought it sounded... Obviously, I've read what it's about, and I think it sounds really interesting as well. But that was one of the things that drove me to request it. And it says, for a while, Ian, Lauren and Paul shared the same friends, the same university, the same dreams and the same potential. 10 years on, they are worlds apart. Call centres, charity shops and bedrooms that smell like cabbage were never part of the plan. The real world doesn't look quite like any of them imagined. But when Lauren, in a moment of nostalgia, cracks open a long-forgotten Hotmail account, she comes face to face with the people these three friends used to be. For two of them, it will mean a new beginning to an old love story. Hilarious and heartbreaking, In Real Life paints a searingly honest portrait of a generation and captures a world where human connection is easier than ever before, but where relationships remain just as tricky. So yeah, I thought this sounded really interesting, and I'm excited to read it. So those are all the books in this haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, links to Erin and Ryan's YouTube channels will be in the description box. And I will see you again soon. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you wish, you may subscribe. And goodbye.